Many countries are adopting renewable energies like wind power to replace conventional fossil fuel sources. Canada is one of these countries. Today, wind farms are providing clean energy to 1.5 million homes in the country. More wind farms are under development, including the White Pines project in Prince Edward County, Ontario.
As I got involved in the wind energy business, I started figuring out where good wind was across the province. I started, getting quite involved with how the wind patterns work, and it turns out that this area in particular has one of the best wind resources available in Ontario.
WPD was formed in 1996 in Germany and now has 1,400 turbines operating in 20 countries. The company employs 670 people worldwide. The White Pines project will construct 29 wind turbines in the southern reaches of Prince Edward County, enough to power 9,600 homes. It's one of 6 wind energy projects the company has planned in Ontario.
One of the farmers down here actually sought us out and said, "Oh, I got your piece in the mail, and I'd be quite interested in developing a wind farm. We definitely need the economic boost down here. A lot of the old families that are trying to stay on their land are having a real hard time. A lot of industry that was very prevalent in my younger days has gone away, and we need some form of economic activity down here to keep ourselves on the farm." So we currently have 32 participating landowners down here in South Marysburg that make up the totality. So there'll be substantial income coming into the pockets of landowner families down here, which was this kind of original farmer's intent.
Prince Edward County is a small rural community of 25,000 people. Full-time jobs are scarce, and most young people must leave to find work elsewhere.
I think it's important that there's any project in Prince Edward County. It's pretty quiet in this area, and there's lots of work. This kind of thing creates work for the younger people, and they'll be able to stay here in the county. And there's, I got people from age 19 that work for me up to 64, 65 years old, and everybody's looking forward that I've spoken with for the windmills to go out and hope that there's always maintenance work and all that kind of work, so they don't have to leave to go to the city to work.
The project's going to generate probably around 600 person years of employment in the province of Ontario, but we'll do our best to keep as much as that in the local community as possible. Clearly, during the construction phase, we'll be utilizing Prince Edward County individuals and businesses. There'll be a tax revenue benefit into the municipality, and revenue to landowners, participating landowners, that will have the normal spin-off effects.
The White Pines project is part of a worldwide movement to harness wind power as a renewable energy to replace conventional fossil fuels like coal and oil.
Personally, I'm involved because it's just simply the right thing to do. There's clear evidence in my mind that the greenhouse gases that we're putting into the atmosphere are causing climate change. And climate change has a whole host of possible ramifications that will seriously affect this earth and the life of its citizens. It just seems to make sense to me that we should create electricity out of what's naturally delivered to us free. Wind creates no harmful emissions. The bottom line is we don't, this is an inexhaustible resource, and I don't think that any other technology other than renewable technology, water, wind, sun, can say that.
A public opinion survey in February 2012 by the Canadian Wind Energy Association showed that 78% of Ontario residents say that wind energy is one of the safest forms of electricity generation. Local resident Mike Platt has maintained his own wind generators for 20 years.
My son, when he was 9 years old, mentioned to me, you know, Dad, we need another planet. We better find another planet. I said, why? And he said, because we're wrecking this planet. Come on, we've got to smarten up. And I'm trying to do my little bit to smarten up and say, hey, don't ruin the planet. Don't use carbon-based fuels if you can help it. And let's do it as clean and as natural as possible.
This is where the wind is. And I think wind farm is the proper name because farmers use the area that they got, they grow crops, they produce a product. Energy is a product that we need, and it's abundant in this area, more so than other areas, and I think that there's an ideal place for it.
I think the windmills will help some subsistent farms, maybe stay in the families, pass it on to future generations. Windmills have been established in Europe. We've seen them in Germany and the Netherlands and Denmark, and you see cows peacefully grazing alongside them. I think Germany is a real leader, and they're trying to be self-sufficient in their energy needs. I think the green energy is a good way of continuing on with jobs and a future. And it's being done in other parts of the world.
Not everyone is in favor of bringing wind energy to Prince Edward County, but project supporters say harnessing the wind is the way of the future.
Well, this is a third generation family farm now evolving into the fourth generation, and technology has evolved over time. This is today's technology for growing meat chickens, and it's certainly a change from my grandfather's day. I see the same changes needed in our power generation system in order to be more sustainable in the future and be more environmentally friendly.
Well, we can't keep pretending that climate change isn't happening. It's a part of the solution. It's not everything. It's a part of the answer. Basically, the County Sustainability Group tries to make people aware that we don't have infinite resources. It's a finite planet. And so we're using up finite resources to basically pollute the atmosphere and raise the temperatures to a point where the planet might not be habitable. So why not take a resource that's infinite, it's free, it doesn't pollute. So the wind and the sun, geothermal, those are all things that are endless. You know, and so having a mix of wind and a mix of solar and a mix of geothermal and tidal and wave and biogas, those are all parts together of solving the problem of burning fossil fuels. We look at the benefit of the wind turbines for us as being a community benefit. So it's going to bring tax revenue to the county. It's going to bring some sustainability to the farming. It's going to bring some ecotourism. So I think that's the broader view, that the benefits that might not come to me because I don't own a turbine, I'm going to be very proud to be part of South Marysburg and have it in my community.